Alright. So I am going to be honest with you. I have never really liked writing a resume because I have to worry about font, grammar, structure, and in the end it all comes down to listing down my achievements, and it hurts to find out that I don't have many. But achievements or no achievements, we need a job, right? Having a job in the early stages of your career makes you a professional, it makes you disciplined. And the first step to all of this is to write a resume. I know writing a resume sounds complicated, but that's what I am here for. So it doesn't matter if you are a fresher or an experienced professional or a homemaker trying to find a part-time job. Today, by the end of this video, you will be surprised to see how easy it is to write a resume that will get you an interview call. So in today's video we are going to learn: what is it that interviewers look for in a resume? Second, we are going to learn how to structure a resume. Third, I will type a resume in front of you so that you know exactly what to put in which section. But the most important point: in the end, I will give you a bonus tip that will take your resume to the next level. Before we begin, let me clarify that you are free to tweak your resume the way you want. Because there is no certified way to writing a resume. The only thing that's certified is this: that you and I will learn something new and useful every week. So if you want to learn things that haven't been taught, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon. Let's begin. So what is it that interviewers look for in a resume? It is less about what is it that they look for and more about what is it that interviewers see. For example, suppose this is the job that we are applying for. Even though I took an example of an IT job, you can use the same principles for banking, education, hotel management, sales, or any other job that you like. Now the problem is, no matter what job you are applying for, there will be hundreds, if not thousands of people applying for the same job. With these many profiles, the interviewers will hardly spend around 6 seconds to look at your resume. Because there are a lot of other profiles waiting to be reviewed, which is why your resume should not be like a long boring list. It should be like an advertisement. Short, to the point, and crisp. And that brings us to the resume structure. To help you understand the resume structure better, I'm going to write it with you. Let's use Google Docs because it's free. You can use Microsoft Word or any other resume builder that you like. As you can see, the structure is already built. Now let's understand what to fill in these sections. We are first going to build an experienced person's profile and then make a few changes to this profile so that it becomes a fresher profile. So I am going to start by creating his profile. You can use the same guidelines for any job in any field. The first thing you need to write is your name. I'm going to write his name. After name, is the professional title. This is where you use words or phrases that define you professionally, like problem solver, innovator, mentor, quick learner, which basically means that you are quick at solving problems. So make sure that you support whatever you write in your professional title throughout our resume. Next is contact information. And these are the things that you can mention. First is email ID. Create ID that has your name and mention that. Write your phone number, and next, mention any social media profiles that are relevant to the position you are applying to, like your LinkedIn profile. And that is most of what you need to mention in your contact information. Things that you don't need to mention are your marital status, religious affiliation, DOB, or even your photo, because all of this is unnecessary information taking up unnecessary space. Next comes experience. Here you will mention your current job first and then go back and mention your old jobs in a reverse chronological order. So mention the name of the company, your job role, and right beneath it, mention the time period you've held that role for. Now that you have this template, under each section write down your responsibilities and key deliverables in a bullet point format. Remember, this section is an opportunity to showcase how your experience is aligned to the position that you are applying for. Remember to sprinkle the keywords mentioned in the job description throughout your experience section, because that way the hiring manager will know that you have the experience that the team needs. And second point, always try to be specific about your achievements. So try to add a number and quantify as many bullet points as possible. Next is education. In case you have been working for quite some time, then it's best to keep your education section short and sweet. Suppose you have been working for 6 years or more, then it doesn't make sense to mention your 10th and 12th percentage. Just mention the details of your last degree. So he did his bachelor's. So I'll mention that. Beneath it, I'll mention the time period. If you are a student, you'll obviously add a lot more in the education section. We'll come to that in a minute. Next comes skills. Make sure that you include the skills that have been mentioned in the job description. You can mention your communication skills, critical thinking skills, leadership skills, social media skills, project management skills. Basically, do not forget to mention the skills that have been included in the job description. Next is additional section. This is the best time to brag about any awards, certifications, publications, volunteer work done, languages that you know, extracurricular activities, conferences or courses attended, or any other hobbies that you have that are relevant to the position that you are applying to. Just pick the best 2 sections and mention them. Now, before you hit export and send that resume to a hiring manager, there are a few important points to remember. But before that, let's first see how we can modify this profile so that it becomes a fresher's profile. In case you are a fresher or are applying for an entry-level job, then the resume pretty much remains the same, except for 3 changes. First is education. If you are a fresher, mention your education before your experience. List down your institution name, degree and time period in reverse chronological order up to your 10th standard. Next is experience. I know, if you are a fresher, there isn't much that you can write under the experience section. But here are a few things that you can mention. If you are an engineer, then you would have done some mini projects in every semester. This is the perfect place to mention all of that. Write the name of the project and in 1 to 2 lines, describe what is that project about. Mention any internships you've done. Mention any paper you have worked on with your faculty. Even if you worked part-time to pay your college fees, mention that, because it tells the hiring manager that you are committed and have developed a sense of professionalism early in your life. The third and the final change is this. In case you are a student, there are a lot of things that you can mention under the additional section. You can mention the college fest that you had participated in. You can even write about the initiatives you took while you were at college. So those were the 3 key differences between a fresher's profile and an experienced person's profile. But before you hit export, here are 3 important points to remember. Keep your resume to 1 page, maximum. If you have information that is relevant to the position that you are applying to, then go ahead and add an extra page. Always proofread and double-check your resume, because nothing hurts a resume more than a grammatical error. But the third and the most important point, never ever lie in your resume. If you don't have the skills, you might not get this job, but if you lie, then you might not be called for any future jobs the company might have. Sometimes, it's okay to not have the skills because most companies will be ready to train you, but honesty is a skill that no company compromises on. So that's how you write a resume. Before I tell you what is the bonus tip, if you know someone who is struggling with writing a resume, then take a moment and share this video with them. And finally, here is the bonus tip. Always maintain a live career document. Whenever you work on something, like take part in a fest, maintain a document and write it down. Most of the times we don't know what to write in our resume because we forget what we've done. But if you get into the habit of noting everything down, then not only will it build your resume, but it will also give you a list of things to talk about in your appraisal for your next promotion. On that thought, I promise to see you again. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe.